evening, everybody. How are you doing? It is Out of the Fog, and guess what? It's our first episode of 2021. Can't even believe it. I even brought my beard out for the occasion. It's your boy DC, and I'm happy to be hanging out tonight with the best and the brightest across the province, making cool things happen, whether it's not-for-profit, arts-based organizations, or business of any kind. I want to know what's up. Let me know if you want to come on the show. But tonight, I'm really excited because Damien Follett, who is the balladeer extraordinaire, is going to come on, sing some songs, and talk about his evolution into helping our community in a different way. And of course, we got Chelsi Walsh from the Memorial School of Music coming on strong to talk about all things to do with the digital concert series. It is Out of the Fog, right back. But for now, we're going to throw to Damien Follett, one of two songs you'll hear from him tonight. Hit it, Damien.
The sunlight shining through my window. You're the wind that keeps my sails flying high. You're the warm rain in the summer, the clouds, the moon, the stars in my night sky. When I look at the sunset, girl, what I see is your eyes looking at me with a smile. I know you carry me straight over that horizon. If I needed you to save me one more time, this newfound soulmate love feels so damn good. I cannot help myself. Feels like the first time that we fell. This newfound soulmate love makes me thank God I'm lucky to be here. I promise you that I ain't scared no more. It was good before, but now it's better than it was. It's all because of this newfound soulmate love. You're the ship that keeps me safe out on life's ocean. You're the lighthouse in the darkness on the coast. You're the road that leads me back home to that safe place when I can't find my way through all the noise. The kids are growing so fast and we're thankful for all that they've become and all they'll be. Now the time is coming back for us. These feelings take me back when it was just the two of us. And this newfound soulmate love feels so damn good. I cannot help myself. Feels like the first time that we fell. This newfound soulmate love makes me thank God I'm lucky to be here. I promise you that I ain't scared no more. It was good before, but now it's better than it was. And it's all because of this newfound soulmate love. Tomorrow was my last day, I would spend it on the front porch, watch the sunset in your eyes. I'd hold your hand and tell you that I love you. Fall asleep and wait for you on the other side. I love this newfound soulmate love. This newfound soulmate love.
You're watching Rogers TV, St. John's.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your boy DC, and I am the Thursday night host of St. John's local tradition, Out of the Fog. You know, local matters here on the show, and from arts and business, not-for-profit, anybody doing anything great to make our province a more rewarding place to live and work. It all happens right here in the studio. So join me and my boy DJ Slim Macho every Thursday night for Out of the Fog.
watching Rogers TV, St. John's.
Welcome back, everybody. It is Out of the Fog, and we are feeling real good after that first song of two that we're going to hear tonight by the one and only Damien Follett. Now, if you haven't heard that name before, then clearly you're not from here. But in case you just showed up, which I'm surprised about, we should be checking that airport stat. I'm going to let you talk all about yourself instead of me going on and on. But first, how are you?
I'm good, man. It's great to see you, Don-E. Always a pleasure to see you, brother.
Listen, you told me just then before we started how long you've been doing your thing, walking these streets, and I don't believe it. And we're not going to tell the folks at home.
Man, it's been a great run. I mean, I've been over 30 years performing music, writing songs, playing for people, spreading joy, spreading good. Just been really lucky, man. I love it.
You picked up the guitar, your family brought you into music, you fell in love. But did you know that you would end up having so much impact on so many of the musicians that clamor to the stages today? I mean, you are one of the names to drop when it comes to live performance. How does that make you feel to hear that?
That's amazing. I mean, I've just worked hard over the years. I mean, I've just put everything into it. I mean, I'm absolutely passionate about music, and I love it when the younger generation comes along and they're inspired by what I'm doing, and I'm inspired by them. And I always tell people talk about how I've inspired them, but then I watch them play, and like you see a young Nick Earl, for example,
right? And
you watch him and you go, man, that inspires me. I just want to get better. I want to do it better.
I love it.
It's amazing.
And speaking of, doing different things, we're all allowed and lucky to be able to evolve into different areas.
Sure.
I would say if someone said to me 5 years ago, 10 years ago, Damien Follett, what's his brand all about? I would say the people.
Yeah, it's all about empathy and kindness. That's the bottom line of what I try to spread through the music, and I've been lucky enough to spread a ton of it. I mean, even during lockdown, we had a thing going with our T-shirts, the hashtag One Human Race T-shirts. My wife Cheryl came up with it, and we were basically spreading empathy and kindness, and people were spreading their stories, and it became just so big and so popular, and it was, again, just a great feeling of making a difference in the community,
Which leads us into a major key of our hang today.
Yeah.
The next few years are going to be critical for the province. I mean, it's always been critical, yes, of course.
Yes.
But the next few years, especially so, for a bunch of reasons. And why don't you tell us what that has inspired within you?
I think for me, I have two kids, two boys who are teenagers, and a lot of their friends are the same age. They're in high school and junior high. Mm-hmm. And the next few years for them, they're going to be, graduating, going to college, getting their careers going. And I want my boys and their friends, obviously, I want them to be able to have a life here, because there's still, as we say in the song, there's no place like home. I love this place. I'm still passionate about this place. And that's why I've made the decision that we're, obviously referring to about politics.
Politics, it's a tricky business if you don't have your values intact.
It is. I'm going in it for basically, just like with music, my goal with music has always been to contribute to the community, make it better somehow. And you don't get the job done every day, but you spread some kindness, you spread some good, you inspire people. And I believe that the universe lines us up for tasks. And I think this is one of the tasks that the universe is lining me up for, to go in and sort of inspire some different ideas. And we just got to work together, Donnie. We got to cooperate the next few years. We got to bring Newfoundland and Labrador back to where it has been and where it was. And it's going to take a lot of work and a lot of great minds. So,
well, you're one.
I hope so. I'm going to try, man. I'm going to try my best. And you talk about core values. I mean, for me, I have to keep that. That's what people are telling me too. They're inspired by the fact that, a guy that they trust will go in there, but, get the job done. And that's what I want to do.
Well, I'm impressed. I want to ask you how the two songs, one we've heard and one we've yet to hear, play into that. Talk about the song that we already heard.
The first song I played was Newfound Soulmate Love. That was a story during lockdown. It's funny because all families were basically locked in their houses. There was nowhere to go. And myself and my wife, I mean, like any marriage, we've had ups and downs, just like everybody, every relationship, no matter what it is. Yeah. And what the lockdown did was brought the whole family together closer. We ended up getting a puppy after lockdown opened up, and the energy of that, the love of a puppy brought us together. But myself and my wife, we found different things about each other again. We rediscovered each other, and it is a newfound soulmate love. And,
I love that.
And the idea for the song, it's funny. My wife went for a hike with one of our best friends, Byron Osmond, and Byron and her came up with the title on the hike there because he was saying to her, like, you seem so giddy, you seem so happy, what's going on, are you guys okay? And she was like, it's newfound, and he said it's newfound soulmate love, so that's where it came from. And it's a great positive story during lockdown, for sure.
I love that.
Yeah.
And I want to know in our final moment what the second of the two songs that we're going to hear, which I think is very well timed to what we talked about today.
Oh man, No Place Like Home, Don-E, come on. Like we all love this place. We're passionate. That song has been an iconic song for me. It's got about 500,000 views on YouTube from all over the world.
Right.
It's inspired people to move to Newfoundland and Labrador. It's inspired, American and Canadian soldiers to want to come back home after doing their tours of duty. Just some great stories. And I wrote it with my friend Des Gammon. We had no idea when we wrote it was going to do so much. But now I'm going to use it in the campaign to hopefully inspire, again, absolute belief and passion in this province, because that's what we all got to believe, that we can do this. But we have to do it together. We have to do it together.
We're going to.
Let's do it.
Guys, Damien Follett, a singer-songwriter deluxe, now in the PC riding for Mount Scio. I want you to Google him, listen to his music, hear his brand, see this man, and I wish you the best of luck.
Thanks, Donnie. Always a pleasure, brother.
Love it. Guys, this is Out of the Fog. We'll be right back after this break.
Mom, you said it's played again.
Workplace injuries hurt the most at home.
Was that 4 or 5? He's lost count and still thinks he can drive. Do you think he knows that when he is caught and charged with impaired driving, he'll lose his license and a lot more? If he gets in his car, he'll face costs exceeding $20,000. Does he realize he could have a criminal record for his choice to drive? And it could be much worse if he crashes. Wonder what he'll be thinking tomorrow.
Have a Holden 1 at 15.
Visit ArriveAlive.org to find out more. Arrive Alive. Drive sober.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Out of the Fog, and the universe works in mysterious ways. From all the back and forth, seeing this girl ripping it up on the gram, living life in a bunch of capacities, and now through the Memorial School of Music, making waves and helping good things happen. Chelsea, how are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me tonight.
Oh, God, I'm so happy that you're here.
Yeah, I can't wait to talk more about the series.
Well, we're talking about everything here now. I was joking earlier with Damian. I said, it's not really interviews. It's more like televised hangs. So here we go.
Here we go.
It's a little speed dating round we're going to have here.
I'm ready.
So, let's go. Where in the province do you hail from?
I am from the Ghouls, or I should say de Ghouls.
You only de Ghouls.
De Ghouls.
I hear
yeah.
de Ghouls rules.
Oh, of course. That's very obvious.
It's true, yes. Yeah. Well, I can tell. Fashionista. Next question, where did you get your love of fashion?
Oh, fashion. I have always expressed myself through my clothing and through fashion, and also through music. I grew up with, doing musical theater, and I don't know, I just love changing up my outfits and my wardrobe, and yeah.
You're a chameleon.
I try to be, yeah.
I love it.
It depends on how I'm feeling.
Of course.
One day it might be like super girly, another day I might rock out in something a little bit more androgynous. Yeah, it depends.
So, we're talking music, we're talking Newfoundland pride, and now we're gonna move right on into art and music.
Yes.
Talk to me about your love of music and all of that.
Oh my goodness, well that's a loaded, that's a long conversation.
I got all night.
So yeah, I grew up surrounded by music, like so many Newfoundlanders.
So right.
I grew up singing folk music and like musical theater, like I said. But when I decided to go to university, I thought, okay, I want to stay in the province, and my only option for music is at Memorial. I wanted to go to university. And so all of a sudden I had to learn classical music. I said, what am I getting myself into? What is this? What is this school? What is Memorial School of Music? And when I finally auditioned and I got into the school, we did our first opera. It was The Magic Flute, and I fell in love with opera. So I went on throughout my undergrad. I did my master's in opera.
Whoa!
Yeah, it's kind of wild. And so I've just kind of really clung to that world for a very long time. And I've always combined digital practices and music. I've been very lucky to be able to combine the two for work. And here I am back at Memorial School of Music and kind of helping them out in the digital sphere. So it's been a lot of fun.
No, it's interesting, right? Because as I mentioned when we first started talking in our hang tonight, seeing you, digitally on the social media channels and the natural knack you have for coming across authentic and inspired and serving us the looks and the energies, which is more of what we respond to than anything, It's like knowing this girl got it going on. How did you end up back at the School of Music? Was it an opportunity posted and you thought maybe that could be a good fit for me? Like, what was the journey there?
Yeah, so I had some conversations over the years. I was working for Much Music, and as a content creator. So I was on their content roster. Yeah, I was do you remember VJs back in the 90s and early 2000s?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they kind of moved into a digital space and had online VJs, content creators. So I was part of their roster for years, and a lot of fun.
Chelsea,
I know,
what
it was
are
awesome.
we talking about here? Because I'm from the Master P, Erica M.
Right.
That's when it was very that. There was 6 of them. They might as well have been famous themselves, and in fact they were.
Yes.
And of course the Speaker's Corner, and I lived watching Much Music, and I can't even believe that you are a past content creator for that network.
It was so fun. It was so much fun. Such a pinnacle in Canadian history, that whole thing.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so I was having a conversation about this with Ian one day, and we started talking about how we can implement certain practices for the School of Music. A couple years later, a job was posted, and I thought, this is the perfect opportunity to move home, because I can do YouTube and I can do content creation wherever I want in the world. Right. And there's no better place than Newfoundland. There really isn't. Living downtown, it's the best life. And so now I'm back to the place that gave me my roots and my passion for music, and combining the two. So we have this incredible series coming up, and now that everything is digital, especially with the pandemic, we had to put our concerts online, and so we've been really working hard to make some really high quality, absolutely beautiful pieces of work to showcase local artists.
You are so well spoken. You are killing it with the explanation times. Let's pull over for an appreciation moment for the one and only Ian Sutherland.
Oh my goodness. Yes, he's fantastic.
The man.
Yeah, he's doing incredible things for that school. We're very lucky to have him. And he just genuinely cares about the students and about local artists and our faculty, and giving them a place so that they can really show what they're great at and show the world all of this work that they put into and into their performances.
I love that.
He's amazing.
He is. Well, he's lucky to have you too, I'd say. So I'm going to ask you, how do you approach the opportunity and responsibility of exhibiting performances digitally? I know that's a mouthful.
Yeah, so it was a learning curve, and we perform all sorts of genres in this series. Most people, I think, are more familiar with classical, right? They probably think that we do a lot of and maybe only classical music, but we have such a broad number of artists that come through, and so it was looking at those artists and seeing how we could best represent them, utilizing the tools that we have in our facilities. And so we put together a production team, we worked together, we thought, okay, how do we market this? I mean, you know all about that.
Well, that's why I'm on the edge of the seat, because I'm adjacent to the world of, so I'm very much interested in how folks approach the different scopes of work that is digital marketing.
Yeah, and it's finding the demographics that for this audience, but also showcasing how accessible this is now. I mean, these concerts aren't something that people maybe would normally go to on a Friday night. You know, I think
Or
sometimes...
know that they could.
Exactly.
Which is, to your point, something that I am very happy to see the School of Music challenging and exercising out, which is that the Munn School of Music is not just, which is amazing if it was even just, but it's not just the classical streams that we identify with sophisticated education under the umbrella of music.
Yeah, for sure. And it's amazing because we're having people show up at these concerts that have never attended a classical music concert before or one of our concerts before, because you're sitting in your living room. It's more comfortable. You can click on a link instead of thinking, you know, sometimes it can be a little scary to venture out into a new experience.
Sure.
And for those people who might have, you know, curiosity, this is an awesome way to kind of showcase all sorts of different types of music that's happening in this province. And so, yeah, the accessibility piece is there, and the demographics online, we're able to reach a broader demographic because of that.
Sure.
So it's fantastic.
We're at our final moment. How can we, across the province, watching this, access these virtual performance opportunities?
Okay, so you can find us on Music at Memorial, on Instagram and on Twitter.
Right.
Music at Munn on Facebook, but also on our website at munn.ca/music. All of our concerts are listed there. We have some fantastic ones coming up. I'll list a couple very quickly. Our
Please.
faculty gala, really exciting.
Nice.
It's a great group of people, diverse. We have jazz concerts coming up from Florian Höfner, Jing Jia, who is an incredible musician, talking about the intercultural opportunities she's had within Canada. And yeah, so much more. Duo Concertante, it's going to be amazing. So,
Well, I can't wait.
Yeah, check us out online.
I really hope you guys do check it out online, because this is a series, Digital World, exposing yourself to the various streams of music that we're making right here at home. Thank you so much for hanging out.
Thanks for having me.
We got to come back again?
Of course, any day.
I can't wait.
I'll hang out with you.
It's Out of the Fog, guys. So we'll be right back after this break. Hey everybody, well I'll tell you what a wicked old time we had tonight. Chelsea, she can have my job any day. That girl is fire, doing amazing things for the Memorial School of Music. Make sure you check out those digital concert series. And Damien Follett, I mean, what can we say? That man is the soundtrack to our lives. And now to sing us out at the end of this first episode, No Place Like Home, Damien Follett, it is Out of the Fog, and we'll see you guys next time.
There's rain and fog, a cool breeze that keeps constantly blowing. 6 months of winter every year. But I love this rock and all of the good things we got. There's peace and beauty everywhere. It's the way that we are that keeps more and more folks coming back. And there's just something about this island, they say that's a fact. And I was born in this place. I grew up, moved away. I came back, 'cause there's no place like home. It's the air that we breathe. It's the wind from the sea. It's a fact, 'cause there's no place like home. I won't forget that feeling of heading out west, leaving friends and family behind. Small coves, harbors, and bays are never too far away, 'cause home is always on your mind. And through 500 years of history, we have been blessed. What the Atlantic has given and taken, we never forget. it's a fact. Yeah, there's no place like home.
Call the Rogers TV viewer response line, email us, or connect with us on social media.